You gonna act it out?
What?
That you're pretending to drink? You want something to drink?
Yes, I'm fine.
Do you have enough to drink?
Yes.
I have a ton of coffee.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
3,
God.
2, 1.
It's a Hawaii thing. Whoa. It's a Hawaii.
Welcome to It's a Hawaii Thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's Brook Lee.
Hi.
And I'm Lanai. Don't get us confused. Brought to you by the good old Star Advertiser. Yes. Also, Hawaii vote by mail. Don't forget, you got to vote by mail this year, and
every
also,
year after.
And every year after. City Mill, and of course, Let's Mana Up.
Mana up.
Yeah, we're gonna learn about them a little bit later. But we have a very, very special guest today.
Yes, you're very excited.
One of your good friends.
Take a breath.
She's my good friend now too.
Thanks to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can take all the credit.
Okay.
Yeah. Today's guest, I'm going to give the best introduction you ever had.
He's setting it up.
She got her big break on the show American Girl with Margret Cho. She's been in some notable films like Big Fat Liar, Max Keeble, Big Move, The Cat in the Hat, Lilo and Stitch. I said that wrong. Big Gay Love. Of course, one of my favorites, 50 First Dates.
Okay.
I love that movie. I watched it again the other day just because you were coming here. Next Friday with Ice Cube.
You're not even chipping away.
No,
honestly.
I'm not. She's been on a bunch of different TV shows like Desperate Housewives,
Every show.
2.5 Men,
Every
Third
show.
Rock, King of the Hill.
Blackish.
My gosh, her paycheck must be big. Her bank account must be killing it. My Wife and Kids, and recently she plays Kumu on Magnum P.I.
She is the salvation of that show.
Ladies and
I'll say it
gentlemen,
right now.
Amy Hill. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Lanai.
Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Brook.
Hi.
It's been so long.
So long since I've seen you.
Yeah.
You guys are with each other every day, aren't you?
Well, we text every day.
Yeah.
For sure.
And in each other's hearts.
If there wasn't
Yeah.
no COVID, you'd be together every day.
I did technically parasite one of her apartments.
Yeah.
When COVID first
For
hit.
like a month. It
For
was
like a
great.
month.
And it was so good. So I saw her every day then.
And I cooked. And we
she
like
would
shared
make stuff and say,
We were in each other's bubbles.
I made food.
Are you BFFs or besties? What is it? BFFs or besties?
We're family.
Yeah, we're family,
All right.
yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Because I don't
you don't
do those.
We're not-
I'm too
yeah.
old for besties.
I didn't want to say it. I wasn't going to say it. Congratulations on everything. Magnum P.I. in 3rd season?
Yes, 3rd season.
Coming
we
up.
don't
Good
know
job.
when we're going to start shooting yet because they're still figuring everything out.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
How do you like it?
I love working on that show.
You're in Hawaii.
Yes, I'm in Hawaii. My daughter goes to University of Hawaii.
Yeah.
So she's here too.
Is the Magnum guy really good looking in person?
Better looking in
Better
person.
looking in
Yeah.
person? Yeah, that's what I
mean,
get when I go out. That's what I
exactly.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was I ugly?
Do they mix you up?
I do. BJ Penn. A lot.
Oh, yeah.
He's he's a remarkably handsome. And he's really, really a good, kind person. Very
He
down to
seems
earth.
very nice.
Yeah.
He's nice. He's
Yeah,
nice.
he hasn't gone Hollywood yet.
Well, he's been in Hollywood for
Forever.
a long time.
But you know what I mean?
so-
He hasn't gone like to the
No,
dark
you know
side.
what? Most of the people on the show, they've been around long enough to know that it's not who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That who they are is their family, their kids, their
I mean, Purdy,
lives.
I don't know so well because she's British.
But
Yeah.
British is usually
British.
Nicer and generous.
less
Yeah,
egocentric
affected.
than
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
people.
They have a better sense of humor than
They
I
have
think
a better
most
sense of
people.
humor.
And they've
They're really
assimilated.
self-effacing.
And they've
Their
assimilated.
egos are
Yeah.
They go
intact.
hiking, they go boating,
Yeah.
they take the cruise out. Like, they're really, like,
Yeah.
Oh, they're into. You guys do a lot of field trips together.
We went fishing last year,
Did you?
season. It was this year. It seems so long ago.
so long ago after COVID.
But we went on a boat out of Waianae, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
and caught huge fish.
We caught a 500-pound marlin.
Did you
yes,
really?
we did.
and it's
guess
not like
what?
a planted, like they really.
Who reeled
No.
it in?
We all
Oh, you
did
guys took
together.
turns?
It's
Oh.
a 500-pound marlin.
You guys
was-
took
So the
turns.
captain was lucky we were there.
It was mostly the Popolo.
The
What is the
TC?
Popolo guy's name?
No.
Is his name TC on
On
Magnum?
the
Oh,
show.
the Popolo.
Yeah.
This is like she thinks I
Steven,
am actually
Steven
from here.
Hill, Stephen Hill.
Stephen Hill did.
He did a lot of the work.
He didn't do a
But
lot of the
he's,
work because
like-
he was.
Yeah, he's in
he was
shape.
no, because he was sick.
Oh.
He had
Seasick.
terrible. So
Oh,
he
that's
was like
right.
vomiting over the side of the boat, and then we
give
would
it
all
all
take
away.
turns. And when it was his turn, he is strong.
Hulked
Even
out.
if he's dying,
Yeah.
he was able to reel in.
Yeah.
But then he'd like stop and then
That's
go
funny.
back to vomiting.
Was this your first fishing adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she gave
But-
everybody fish because she had so much fish.
Oh yeah.
we
that.
got no, we only got 20 pounds.
Well, it's still a lot of fish.
from a 500-pound marlin.
Oh, you mean they only gave you guys 20 pounds?
Yeah, and then we split the 20 pounds among
each got
6
a pound.
people. Yeah. Something like that.
least
We
you
got
got
like
to go
3
fishing.
Kind of
pounds
like
each.
Hollywood. It's
But
like
that's
once
still
the
a lot of
agent gets
fish.
it and the manager
And I made
gets
mine
it.
into sashimi.
Yeah.
There you
It
go.
was so
and you got
good.
to go fishing with Magnum.
Well,
It
he's
doesn't
just,
matter.
He's just Jay to her. Like,
We are
that's
just
his
a Jay.
job.
I
Yeah.
know.
What was great was we had this, bonding
yeah.
experience, and we all were, it
A
was
3-hour
really,
tour. I get it. Yeah.
No, it was a 8-hour tour.
Yes.
We were out there forever, and nothing happened. And then we were going back in, and then suddenly this fish came, and I was like, ah!
What other Hawaii things do you like doing?
When I first got here, I really wanted to immerse myself in Hawaiian
Yeah.
stuff because I was playing a cultural curator, and her mom was my muse. So
Nice.
I just shadowed her everywhere.
Auntie Tony.
Yeah.
It was exhausting.
Yeah.
Because that woman does so much stuff.
She
we were
was
making
like-
lei
And
for.
then she would text her, be like, "We're going to a Raw Hawaiian,
I can't handle it.
band thing," and she'd be like, "Okay," and then she'd show up, and then she's like, "Okay, now we're going to go to a King Kamehameha
Jesus,
celebration."
that-
She's
her
like, "I'm
mom
tired. I'm tired. I'm tired."
Yeah, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
They're like making lei for hours.
Yeah.
They
So
spent
it-
the whole 12 hours
So this
making
is
lei.
this
I
is method
couldn't last more
method
than
acting, right?
She
Totally.
immersed like
Yeah. Do you-
baptism by fire.
Do you do that all the time in all your roles?
Yeah, I try to,
Yeah.
get to know the character as much as I can.
So when you
but
did
I
Friday,
can't.
did you hang out in the hood?
Well, no. But I was playing a Korean person,
Right.
an immigrant who owned a restaurant.
Can you
and-
give us the line, please?
She
In
can't
that movie?
swear. No.
You can. Go ahead. Just give us the line.
Okay, here's the thing. That was an ad lib line that I was dying to say the whole movie.
Makes it even better. That was
because they kept referring to me as China lady or China mama
Right.
or some China thing, and I'm like, I'm Korean. I have to address
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
For the
No
sake of the
Korean
people.
Yeah,
would
for the
like would
For the Asian community.
would be okay with somebody calling them Chinese.
Right.
So at the end, I said, "Ice, come on, can I?" And he said,
Ice Cube.
"Yeah, go ahead."
Ice Cube. You're talking about.
Yes.
You said you call him Ice. Okay.
Yeah, Ice. To the close friends.
Uh huh.
Anyway, he said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And I said, "I'm Korean, motherfucker."
And it
So
it made the
happy
movie.
because it's real.
Yeah.
It's
Not only did it make
authentic.
the movie, we'll like go to Buco de Beppo and people
And
will
people
come
say
up
it?
to us and be like, "I love you so much from that movie," and then we're like, "Be more specific," and then
Uh-huh.
they'll say which movie, and she'll like, "Let me guess, they're gonna want me to say this line," because it's like a defining moment for
Right.
so many people.
Those are good moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
51st
fun.
dates. How was 51st dates? That
Well,
experience with the
it
whole
was
crew.
right after I did Cat in the Hat, which was not fun.
Wasn't fun.
Not
Makeup was a disaster.
a
What
lot
was
of
it?
makeup. And I did
Rigging.
like 3 hours of
And let's
makeup.
be honest, we're in Hawaii. They did not treat her well.
No.
Really?
They were not nice.
What's up with the Dr. Seuss people? They like treat kids well and
No,
everyone else
you know
well.
what? It wasn't that they treated me badly.
was like
They
a
just
lot.
treated me indifferently for
Right.
all the work I was doing.
I see.
I was getting paid. They made a body double of me, like a figure of me. Like I was in a body cast and they put like rubber in and painted and did all that stuff. There was like tons of those. That thing cost more money than my salary.
Wow.
I was paid so little on that movie, and I just
And then they,
there
like,
was no
hooked her up to
overtime.
rigging,
and they
I
swung
did
her
all my
around.
stuff.
How long were you in makeup?
3 hours
Every day.
every day, and then they had to scrape it off
Yikes.
with Dial.
What?
I remember Dial soap. The smell of Dial soap still
Yeah.
makes me nauseous. I cannot
It was a
stand that
dark. It
smell.
was a dark time for her.
They won't be sponsoring the show.
It was miserable.
Uh-huh.
And my daughter was 2.5. I never saw her. It was just I was in this trailer on the Universal lot. It was there were Dakota Fanning was
Yes.
was one of the kids, and she was lovely.
Yes.
There were lovely people.
Kelly Preston, local girl.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
That's
Nice
right, she
people,
was
but
on
we
there.
all waited for Michael to show up.
Ah, see,
here's,
here's the dirt.
here's where it comes
Yeah.
in. And what was wrong with Michael?
He has some kind of disorder, I think. He's
Michael who?
Wow.
Mike.
For the people who didn't
Oh,
see
you know
it.
what? I can't
Myers.
remember. Thank you. Mike Myers. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I put him out of my head.
Why was it that bad? I've heard other stories like that too.
Well, I think
Of him?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, he's he doesn't he's not comfortable with people.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't have them.
Maybe that's why he
social
always
skills.
dresses up as different things,
Yeah.
different characters.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's really, he wasn't, I don't think, if
Odd
I saw
bird.
him,
Odd
he'd probably
bird.
not remember
Yeah.
me at all.
Very
But then,
odd
of course,
bird.
I'm not
No,
in
you're
costume.
easy to remember. You
Anyway.
remember you.
No, trust me. In Hollywood, there's a lot of. Anyway,
Everybody knows
But
her.
This was the antidote to that. Working with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore and
In
everybody
Hawaii.
on that show in Hawaii. Well, the beginning of it was on the Sony lot, the
Right.
interiors of that. And everybody was so lovely and so kind. But here's something that people don't know. I got cast in that, did the table read at Sony, sitting with all the people. And, when I do a table read, I'm kind of not doing 100% because I'm kind of listening to how everybody else is acting and how I fit into this. I'm cast.
Right.
I got the job.
I got the job.
Sandbag a little.
I'm not doing a bad reading, but at the end of that, I go home and a friend of mine calls and says, I'm going to an audition tomorrow for your character. I thought you're playing that character. And I said, I am. And what happened was Amy Pascal was sitting at the reading, who's the head of Sony.
Okay.
And she was not sure that I was right for the part.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And so they continued casting.
What?
The next day, nobody told me. And the next day I go in and I'm doing photo tests, like makeup tests, hair tests, all this stuff, and wardrobe tests. Next door, they're casting my part.
Wow.
Wait, I want to talk more about 51st Dates. I'm going to take a little break. This show brought to you by Hawaii Votes by Mail. Don't forget, the elections, the Office of Elections is encouraging you not to go to the polls.
You can't go to the polls.
Yeah.
There are no polls.
Right. So you have to wait at home till you get mail. Remember
Yes.
the old days? They could send you something with a stamp and all that?
They still do.
Yeah.
It's
well,
called mail.
I never got it. I get emails now. So
Okay.
you get this thing and then you fill it out and that's how you vote.
It's called a ballot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we have you here.
Mail-in ballot.
Mail-in ballot, yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Everybody's mailing in this year.
and we want to remind the kupuna, do not go to the polls. because they love-
There are no such thing as
Yeah.
polls.
All right, so just make sure you go to elections.hawaii.gov if you have any other questions.
Yes.
There's also a phone number on there if you want to check that out. We also got to thank City Mail. City Mail, one of our favorite local places to go and get everything.
Everything.
Nails.
Why do you
buckets.
keep going with nails?
That's
You
the
like nails.
first thing I came up with.
I always think
What do you go there
furniture.
for? Furniture. We
And-
got our beautiful
And plants.
what are these things called?
Shelves.
We have those here.
That's
It's a new game show.
furniture.
Name that thing.
We're all of a certain age, apparently.
Name that
Furniture.
thing. Furniture. The yellow buckets.
Yes, the famous yellow.
You want to grow a papaya tree on your balcony? Get a City Mail yellow
I don't
bucket.
have a
She doesn't have a
balcony.
balcony.
In the apartment, get a yellow bucket to grow your
I'm sure
spices.
she has yellow buckets.
Yeah.
She has everything.
You can get everything there.
Amy has
City Mail
everything.
is
I
the
actually
local
love
spot.
City Mail.
I know
Yeah.
you're there.
I go
She
a lot.
loves.
I go there and get lost for like an hour. Also got to say big mahalo to Mana Up. Mana Up offers local Hawaii products you can buy online. You can support their entrepreneurs.
And we're all wearing one up except for Amy. We're gonna fix that.
We'll get you some.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This is from Mana Up. They have like 38 entrepreneurs in this
And
program.
counting because it's
Yeah.
cohorts every season. They have
Right.
new entrepreneurs. Your brother is one of them.
Yep, he does spices.
Spices.
They have a person who makes shoes.
Amy and I like the Manoa chocolate.
What are those things? The Mellie wraps.
Mellie wrap.
Mellie wraps.
It's like hippie saran wrap.
Right. Yep, just so many
Reusable.
cool things.
Yeah.
Locally made.
Grounded in the Aina here
Yeah.
in Hawaii.
What do you want from there?
I'll be their spokesperson. I like all of those things that
Yeah,
you
like it?
mentioned.
All right,
Yes.
we're going to talk to them for
Okay.
you, and we'll get you on there. Check out their website. It's manauphawaii.com. Now, 51st Dates was filmed partly on the lot, and then the house, the restaurant that you worked at, that's fake.
Yes.
Is it real?
It's not real.
It's not real.
Yeah.
They took all the house apart and they rebuilt it on that area.
Through the magic of Hollywood.
Yeah, in
Lanai.
front of Chinaman's hat.
I tell you why, because every time I get guests, people say, "Can you take us to the 51st Dates
Then
restaurant
you should have
to eat?"
Then you should be an entrepreneur and create
No,
that
no,
restaurant
I-
and lie.
I
well,
know
there is a Hukilao Cafe somewhere.
Yes, that's on the North Shore.
Right.
But then I'll take them to like Helena's, and I'll tell them this is it.
You lie. And then they're waiting
Such
for
a
they're
liar.
waiting for her to come out.
Yeah. Where's the lady?
No.
Where's the lady serving spam?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that whole thing? I mean, the
Oh, it
whole
was great.
experience. I know
After
you
that
told us
day,
about the reading.
yeah. After that day, everybody apologized to me and said,
Oh, really?
"I'm sorry." Yeah. Well, after they couldn't find anybody else, they said, "Oh, I guess we'll just go with her."
Horrible.
Well, it's part of life in Hollywood.
But see,
You're
and
so
here's the-
used to that. But it was like, part of me is also like, well, I got a contract, so if they decide to go with somebody
Right.
else,
Right,
I
pay
still
or
got
play.
money.
Fair play.
That was what I was gonna say. So they have you in the reading, then you must have had a contract.
I did.
If they pick somebody else,
I still get a lot of money for doing nothing.
I had no idea about the story because Amy Pascal is the one who took the job over after Chris Lee
yes.
left.
Yeah.
And Chris Lee, who's a local boy, Iolani grad, went on to do TriStar Pictures. He runs the film school here.
Batman.
I owe my whole existence in LA to him because
That's how you guys met.
If I
Yes.
don't go to Chris's house in the Hollywood Hills for a barbecue the summer after I give up my title, I never meet her. I never meet Alec Mapa. I never meet half of them.
I still remember
I
when
see.
she appeared. We were there. We were having like some kind of picnic or something.
Whatever his-
outside
It's an
somewhere.
Asian party.
At
He
his
was all
house.
hundreds of people.
He's
always,
like, was
tons
the
of
hub.
people.
He was the
So
hub.
we were all eating, and then she comes walking across the lawn. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the hell?
You didn't know that was Miss Universe?
I don't know any. I don't do I don't watch pageants.
Uh-huh,
I don't do
yeah.
any.
None
of
of
that
them
stuff.
believed that I was Miss
No,
Universe.
we
and
didn't
then
believe
Chris
it either.
goes.
Yeah.
Chris is like, "Oh, this is Brooke Lee. She's from Hawaii. She's Miss Universe." And I was like, "Huh?
I mean, not
Why
in a-
are you here? What?"
And then we all became best friends.
Then we all
Oh,
became
how
best
sweet.
friends.
What a
she
great
was my
story.
daughter's first babysitter.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Penelope.
Yes. How old is she now?
19.
19.
She can be a junior.
19. What are you working on besides Magnum? Because you always have stuff going on.
I did have a lot of stuff going on.
You were doing a cartoon the last time I talked to you.
Well,
He's
you know,
always doing voiceovers.
I
That's
still
like I-
have stuff. Like I'm with,
It's
I'm
hard for her to
doing, like-
keep them straight because she does a lot of
like
stuff.
next.
Let me
well,
go
now
over
it's all
your
it's
resume
all
again.
Zoom related.
Yeah.
So
Let
I'm
me go over
doing
your resume
I'm
again.
doing a play.
Are you?
Yes,
Theater is her heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm doing a play that we're doing via Zoom. So we're
Oh,
rehearsing
really?
next week. Yeah, and I was telling her I'm supposed to speak Mandarin, and I'm like, hey, I told you I don't speak Mandarin.
I'm Korean.
When we did
For now.
the little reading in-house reading, somebody else would step in and do the Mandarin for me. So I thought, well, they know that I don't speak Mandarin.
So they'll just pipe it in. Nope.
I don't know.
Wow.
So then the director goes, this morning she emails me and said, I thought I'd have them, like record it and then you'd have time to work on it. And I'm like, no. I'm like Teflon with Mandarin. I just don't.
That's a hard language. The hardest
it's
language to learn.
I could speak a little Korean, a little
Yeah.
Tagalog. I speak fluent Japanese.
I need some Tagalog.
No, Eileen, we'll do, that's another show.
Hindi ako.
Because we all know all the bad words. Yeah.
I don't know bad words.
I'll teach you some of the bad words.
Well, I don't want to know.
No, one of my favorite shows. Well, first of all, do you like TV or film better?
She likes
I like theater.
Theater. I mean, give that
I'm
option.
sorry.
Between those two, which one do you like
in
better?
television, I like multi-camera sitcoms because it's like doing a mini play.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
rehearse
With a
all
live
week and then you
audience.
tape
Yeah.
at night.
Right.
But yeah,
You like TV better?
I
No.
guess so.
Yeah. It doesn't sound sure.
No, because
Movies-
television single camera, which is now multi-camera, because Magnum can't do all of the they can't do an episode without 5 or 6 cameras. It's like
Right,
a bunch
right.
of cameras because they have to do a bunch of angles because there just isn't time.
Right.
But there's just no rehearsal time.
How about the cartoons? Did you like doing Lilo and
I
Stitch?
love them.
Yeah.
Because she knocks them out in between, so it's like she's like triple working.
Yeah, and it's also just fun. The people involved with the animation, they're all really funny,
Yeah.
pleasant. It's just such a
Because
good...
you do Family Guy. You've done Family
Oh,
Guy.
Family Guy, too.
No, not Family Guy.
No.
I'm
No,
what's
American
the-
Dad.
King of the Hill.
I get them
King of the
mixed up.
Hill,
King of the Hill.
American
They're all the
Dad.
same. They're
So
all-
when you do when you do a Lilo and Stitch, that's a movie as opposed to TV. Is it the same?
I did the cartoon series.
Oh, you did
too.
the cartoon series.
Yeah.
Is it the same? Like, do you sit in there and they read it again? Read it again. Do you do it 20 times? How does that work?
No,
I
not
want to
20.
do animation.
No, usually you just do it. You do like one pass,
If
and
you're
then they'll give you
good.
some direction, and then you do like a one page at a time. But now animation generally you just are by yourself, and the director may read
send
the
you
other
the
lines.
script. Oh.
Well, yeah, they send you the script, but you get there and you're not working with everybody. King of the Hill, you'd have the whole room, all the people.
It's a little
and
easier.
other animation I've done, we've had the whole room.
She's
and
done
I've
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu
Kung
Panda.
Fu Panda. That's right.
Yeah, it's on Amazon, the new one. Paws of Awesomeness. I'm Grandma Panda.
Are you?
And we usually got to have the whole room. So it's fun because you're working off of other people.
You feel that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's so sweet and funny and
Which
nice.
is based on theater.
Yeah, of course. You started your theater in San Francisco?
No.
Where did you
High
start?
school. Well, I used to perform for my neighbors.
Okay.
That was where I started. And I thought, oh, this is good. But and then I moved
You started
on.
it as a kid in Christmas, pretending that you didn't open the presents.
That's right.
Yes.
So you did.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I was such a good actor.
Yeah.
But I started in high school. I did all the plays in high school. I was,
But this was in Seattle.
in Seattle.
She was born in Deadwood,
So
South Dakota.
Yes.
South
You
what
Dakota.
a crazy place. That
Bruh.
sound like a
It is a
Pioneer
TV
movie.
show.
Well, I was
It
kind
is
of
called
forced
Deadwood.
to perform by myself because I had no friends
Wait, do they have like a wing named after you now at your high school?
No.
in Seattle.
Yeah.
No, I don't even have a picture on the wall.
Like the drama
Kenny
club?
G went to my high school. There's a
he
picture
really?
of Kenny G. Yeah.
What?
What the hell?
Wow.
I know.
We're going to have to work on that.
What?
Let's get that. We're going to get your people on that. We're going to get
my people.
Real quick. We'll be right back with Amy. It's a Hawaii thing brought to you by Office of Elections. Don't forget, you got to vote this year by mail.
Yes, only.
Yes.
There is no other choice.
You can't put a mask on and gloves and say, I'm going to go
You
walk to a
can,
poll.
but
'cause
there is no
They
poll.
won't let you in.
No.
Yeah. You're going to get a letter.
Yes.
And you're going to open the letter and you're going to fill out I'm assuming a box.
Ballots. Yes.
But you're going to check a box for the
Yes.
person that you like.
A lot of boxes because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people
Is
you
it
have
true
to like.
that if you don't take a box and then you vote on some other one, that your vote don't count?
No.
You have to vote on everybody?
No.
Because the digital one you did.
If that were the case, OHA wouldn't happen because no one even knows to flip it over and vote for OHA.
You sure
which-
you want to mention that?
Yeah.
All right, so make sure you vote when you get it in the mail.
Flip it over, vote for everything.
Very important. 2020 is a new time, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to go anywhere to vote. Just wait for it to come in the box.
Hey, Mellie James from Mana Up. How are you?
Good. Thanks, Brooke, for having me on the show.
It's like Christmas every time you come on the show because I want to get into some of these products. So let's talk about some of your cohorts.
Yeah. So, Mana Up, we are here to help expand opportunities for local product entrepreneurs here in the islands. And we've always had some great entrepreneurs here, but it's always been like our best kept secret. So we started it as an accelerator to really kind of pump the juice and like get them some more business training, access to capital, mentors, and resources. And so I'm looking forward to sharing some of these products
these are
with
like
you.
your children. These are like, you've watched them grow. You've sort of helped them sort of, blossom. So let's talk about some of
All
these.
right. I know it's hard to choose your 51 favorite when you have 51 children.
Yeah.
But here are a few of our best sellers actually at our House of Mana Up retail location at the Royal Hawaiian.
Okay.
Which we also have on our e-com, which is houseofmanaup.com. So this one here is Big Island Coffee Roasters. It is edible coffee, the first of its kind ever to be in the world. That's actually just edible coffee, no chocolate.
Got
so
it.
it's actually 3 espresso shots in this bar. So
Oh,
don't accidentally eat this before
whole
bed.
bar, yeah.
You'll be like vacuuming till like 4 a.m.
But it's a
or
lot
something.
easier to travel with than, say, a cup of coffee. So you just put that in your bag.
I always have one in my purse.
Got it.
So I need a little pick me up between meetings.
Yeah,
And then you
a
go into
boost.
someone's office and they have terrible coffee. Now you don't have to deal with that. You just have your
Nice.
own. This one here is Manoa Chocolate. This is a breakfast bar.
Hmm.
Hawaii is the only state in the United States that you can grow cacao.
Hmm.
So it's really bean to bar. They grow the cacao here. It's local in Hilo and other places on the islands.
Right.
And they have their facility in Kailua. And Manoa actually means deep and vast, which is why they named the chocolate Manoa Chocolate.
Got it.
Next, we have Mellie Wraps, which is a sustainable kind of reusable cellophane.
And it's not
Ziplocs.
yours just because your name
It's
is
not
Mellie,
mine.
right? They just have it because it's sustainable and it's just wax, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
So you can cover dishes and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then this last one here is Nick Kuchar. It's awesome art that he does here.
Okay,
in the
very
islands.
vintage.
Very vintage. People love it. And so these are some of our best sellers. We do various gift sets at our houseofmanaup.com site
Mm-hmm.
where you can kind of package different entrepreneurs and different stories. We always love doing storytelling on our site. So you can really get to know these entrepreneurs who are making these awesome products here.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brooke.
It's a Hawaii thing to always go out and eat, and we had the specialists here every week. Ann Lee from Dining Out. Where should we go this week?
This week, we're going to be going to MW Restaurant.
One of my favorites.
Michelle and Wade, the dynamic duo team, husband and wife team over there, they've been very, very smart about this whole COVID-19 situation. They've kept their staff. They've implemented delivery service. And they've also been helping the local farmers
Yeah,
here.
and they're part of the Show Aloha Challenge, too. It's awesome. Great team. We're going to give away some people to eat, some food.
Yes, so they have graciously given us a $100 gift card. We're going to
Nice.
give away on our social media channels,
Okay.
diningout_Hawaii, and follow us on our newsletters too, our electronic newsletters that go out on a weekly basis.
Yeah, and this is the dining out that you write in every week.
Yeah, so every week there's a column called Restaurant Insider with Ann Lee. You can look at this online or get the Sunday Star Advertiser.
All right, thanks for coming in. We'll see you next week. By the way, help yourself to some Enjoy snacks, kakemochis, and whatever else you want to have. here.
Enjoysnacks.com.
Yeah, these guys are awesome.
I have to say that
You
a
like
lot.
their snacks?
I love them.
Yeah, the three of us should do an ASR thing and eat
ASMR.
kakemochi. ASMR, do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
It's when you talk like this.
People talk sexier, slower, soft.
and then you have
and
to
people
eat.
like to listen.
And then you
For weird people.
You crinkle the bags.
They like to hear noises. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But people make money off of this thing.
That could
They
be your
make
next
money.
thing.
You could actually. People
Remember,
know.
there used to be that person on Korean television on YouTube who
That
just
would
ate
eat?
enormous amounts of food.
That's kind of like that's the guy.
So
He
it's
started
one-
ASMR. That's kind of like
Nah, I
it
don't
is.
think
it was
so.
a girl
And they eat noodles
and
She
ate a
noodles?
lot of food.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be like
Kind of the same
enormous.
thing.
No,
Ugh.
I don't think it is.
I
It's
think
kind of
so.
gross.
Okay.
But it's okay.
But you take those home.
All right. Thank
Anyway,
you.
we were talking before the break, movies, television stuff. You did a show that I used to watch all the time, and I don't think a lot of people. Well, it was on for a long time.
Yeah, it was a huge hit. Well, by the time I got
Night Court.
on, Night Court.
Yeah.
it was a 2-part season opener, and Branscombe Richmond
Yes.
was my
Local
son,
boy.
That's
and
right.
Kelly Hu played my daughter.
Oh.
Wow.
That's how I met them.
Wow.
And Branscombe is still—they're both friends still.
Uh-huh.
But Branscombe was like, I don't know, maybe he's 5 years younger than me, and he was playing my son. But I adore him.
He's great.
He is.
I love
yeah.
him.
All the actors on that show were
He
great.
had a phone before anybody had one of
Brick.
those portable phones that was the
The
size
brick
of
one,
a
yeah.
brick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we went to lunch, and he was wheeling and dealing on this big
Was
giant.
he married to Lima then? Yet?
I didn't know him well enough.
He's here all the time.
that was like
huh?
almost 30 years ago, so he might not have
Yeah.
been married yet.
Is he here all the time?
He lives on Maui.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's here all the time. The other show I
But
wanted
he's
to
mostly
go
gone.
ahead, ask you about was 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men was
Because
delightful
they didn't
as
have
well.
a lot of.
Was this pre-crazy or post-crazy?
Yeah, was it pre-crazy?
It was pre-crazy because he was still on the show, but this was like leading
You notice
up to
how
the
we don't have to
crazy.
say his name, and you automatically knew what we were talking
Yeah.
about. Pre-crazy,
That
post-crazy.
week was the week that he was in Denver.
Jail.
No, he was in court though because he had been arrested for domestic abuse.
So you didn't work with him on that?
No, I did. He was gone
Is
for
he
3
like
days
Voldemort?
because his
Are we not
car was
supposed to
also
say his
stolen
name?
and pushed off the cliff.
Oh my gosh.
That week was a tough
we didn't
week.
Hear that one.
But he showed up the day before taping, and we rehearsed.
Wait, let's catch Hawaii
Lovely.
up. Say his name. No one knows.
Nobody remembers his name.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Sheen.
Charlie
Oh,
Sheen.
no, for a minute. Well, I'm really bad with
Was he
names.
nice to you?
He was delightful.
Okay.
He
It's
knew all his
relative.
lines.
Was
he
he
was
high?
lovely. No,
It's
he was
relative.
so professional and wonderful. Didn't miss a beat. He was there to rehearse on Thursday. We taped on Friday. Would
Everybody
never
I
have
know that
known.
met him said he was nice. Really good guy.
And incredibly professional. And always, nothing. You would never know that he had not had 3 days of rehearsal.
And been in jail and had his car thrown over the
Because
side.
2.5 Men to me is kind of like Friends, where they don't have a lot of guests on. It's like one guest, and
Right.
some they don't even have guests on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's very tight knit. So to get on that show, wow.
Well,
That's
I've
awesome.
done a couple of Charles. Oh my God, the producer.
She's very bad with names.
What did you play?
Chuck Lorre.
Oh yeah.
Chuck Lorre is
yeah.
really amazing, and I auditioned several times for pilots and stuff. And
People
then
just
later
like
I did
her.
Mom
Everyone likes
Who's
her.
the other old guy that
You played whose mom?
the one from Archie Bunker?
on Mom with
okay.
Allison Janney.
Who's,
All right.
who's the guy that created the Jeffersons? All of those. What is his name? The old one who loves you.
Marshall.
No idea.
No,
Gary Marshall?
he's no. This one he was
Oh,
I forget his
Norman
name.
Lear.
Norman Lear loves her.
I don't even know who Norman Lear is.
He created like
But everyone
all of the
loves Amy.
70s, like the best stuff
I know.
ever.
Now I know what you're talking
not
about.
All in the
everybody loves
Family.
me. Amy Pascal doesn't.
Boom, Amy. How you doing? How you doing?
So 2.5 Men was a little boy, still a little boy when you did that show?
He was younger. He was probably in his teens.
I thought they should have got rid of him after, like, sent him to boarding school or
Why?
something. It didn't fit, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
don't
didn't
watch
really
the
watch.
show.
Really?
I didn't watch anything.
Such a good
'cause I
show.
was a
Doesn't
kid.
watch anything that she's on. That's
No,
the
I
beauty.
don't
She
watch
walks into
that.
that room and she's like, "Oh, hi," and they're like, "They don't."
You
But
watched
I-
Cooking Hawaiian Style.
I do.
She was
but
on
I
that
never
show.
watched myself on.
Oh, you didn't watch it? It was
No,
very
I can't
good.
Watch
It was one of the
anything.
best
It was
watched
the best
episodes.
one we had.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
Very kind of you.
I told her that yesterday, that
I
she
know.
was the best one we had.
Yeah, I know. I'm in Hollywood, so I understand how that works.
But
Yeah.
you're a good cook.
I am a good cook.
She is
Yeah.
actually. She's a very good cook.
Everything you made that day was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been better if the heat was higher.
Yeah, you did.
I was telling people it
we
was
was-
like we were trying to deep fry stuff and it would never because the wind.
Yeah, we were in there.
And I'm like going, it's been in that oil for like 30 minutes.
We were in Kualoa Valley. That's right.
Oh my
The wind was
God.
blowing the fire out.
I know. It was a nightmare.
You did Third Rock.
Yes.
I did. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Give me some dirt
No,
on
there
Third
was
Rock.
no, well,
I love
I
that
actually
show.
replaced somebody. I auditioned. I didn't get the part. And then like the day before taping, my agent calls and goes, "Can you go in? Because the woman they cast, they've fired. and
Amy
they want
Pascal'd
you."
her.
They Amy Pascal'd
You know
her.
who was it supposed to be?
Oh, I can't remember.
You know who I really like is Tracy Morgan. And either you like him or you don't.
You know, well, I just
Was
loved
he on Third Rock?
everybody on that show.
Yeah, he was, right?
He wasn't on that show.
it was Kristen Johnson or Kristen
I'm getting him
Johnson.
confused with somebody else.
Well, this is the one where the space alien. This
Yeah, yeah,
alien.
yeah,
the
yeah.
young boy.
The young boy who they were all lovely.
And John Lithgow.
oh, John, that's right.
John Lithgow.
What was
and
the girl's name? The
Kristen Johnson.
Johnson.
It was
Okay,
crazy.
okay, yeah.
But she's really wonderful. And
Yeah.
French Stewart, wonderful.
French Stewart,
that's
and
that's
then
right.
the woman from Saturday Night Live.
I don't know her name.
I don't know
Anyway.
why I said Tracy Morgan.
They were
I was-
I know, it's so
Oh,
bizarre.
wonderful.
There
And
wasn't
John
a
Lithgow.
person of color on that show except maybe her.
The people from theater
Yeah.
are always nicer, I feel. And they were
Yeah.
all theater people. And they were brilliant.
I think I said Tracy Morgan because he did a show with Rock in it, and I can't remember the name of it. But then I went to a party with Tracy, and he was by himself.
Uh-huh.
This is in Hollywood now. He was
Right.
by himself, and it was me and these two Hawaiian guys. Remember Keawe, my producer, the big guy's like 6'4", and he thought that Keawe was my bodyguard. So we got him a drink, and he sat with us, and Keawe was standing there with leather, so he thought it was our bodyguard, so he asked to hire him.
What?
Yeah, he asked to hire him. And then Tracy got so drunk, took off his clothes and stood on the table, and they kicked him out. And they kept telling, "Talk to my security." And I go, "That's not your security, bro. That's my security."
But it wasn't your security.
No,
it was
it
your
wasn't.
friend.
But we were going with it because everybody was watching.
You're Hollywood before you even knew it.
yeah.
All right, Scott Nago here. This is the year, the time to vote, right? But we can't go to the polls. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so there'll be no polling places this year. Everything will be done by mail. First, you have to register to vote. The deadline to register to vote is July 9th. You can do that by going into our website, elections.hawaii.gov, or filling out an application. Once you're registered, you get your ballot automatically in the mail starting July 21st.
Okay.
From there, you just got to fill it out, turn it in, and mail it back.
And this isn't the ballot, but everyone got this in the mail, correct?
Correct. That signifies you're registered to vote. Also, it has important dates on it.
All right. And if they have any more information, what is the website again?
Elections.hawaii.gov, or you can call our office at 453-VOTE.
453-VOTE. This is a big change for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be the new normal.
It is.
Right? And if you're a kupuna, because kupunas love to go to the polls, you have to vote by mail.
Correct. So you just look for your ballot in the mail starting July 21st. You just fill it out, sign the envelope, and return it.
And if your kupuna need help, just call. All right? Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
I'm here with Mellie James from Mana Up. Hi, Mellie.
Hi, Brooke. Thanks for having us.
I'm always excited when you bring cohorts.
Yes, so today we have Lauren Shoup, who's the founder of Ulumana. It's a company based here on Oahu, and he was looking to grow and scale his business. So he's a Mana Up graduate from the program, and we really loved meeting Lauren and think that ulu is such an important ingredient here as a superfood and just an incredible nourished ingredient here that we really need to build out more. And we're so excited about these new products that he's making. So Lauren, tell us more about Ulu Mana.
Yeah, so it's really that simple. You know, we wanted to make something with what we had here in Hawaii. So the Polynesians brought ulu to Hawaii. It's also called breadfruit. So ulu is the Hawaiian word for breadfruit. Breadfruit does grow across the world, but like I was telling you, the Polynesians brought it here about 700 years ago. And then the variety we really like a lot is the ma'afala, as came here about 200 years ago. And yeah, again, we just thought we'd make stuff that grows right in our backyard. You know, instead of importing products, we're just like, hey, let's use ulu to make some delicious products.
That's awesome.
Absolutely delicious. So they've got a beet version, turmeric, and all this garlic situation as well. I'm totally obsessed. But, you know, we love that. Looking at sustainable agriculture here and why it's so important as we have food security and really looking at our backyards as to what we can be utilizing more. And so some of the ulu products are in some of our gift sets that we have at houseofmanaup.com, where we feature different local entrepreneurs and their stories, and people can buy different gift sets that really kind of capture Hawaii.
I love that you can take an actual ulu chip and put it in a ulu hummus and just eat ulu all the time. That would just be amazing.
Just straight ulu.
Straight ulu all the time. Well, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
And people can find you guys at houseofmanaup.com.
Yes. Thanks, Brooke.
It's a Hawaii thing. You know, you talk about Hawaii, City Mill is always mentioned in that conversation. How long has City Mill been open, and who opened it?
Well, we're 121 years old now, and my grandfather came here from China as a young immigrant in like the 1870s, went to Ilani School, befriended Dr. Sun Yat-sen, who had a long friendship with him, and then he worked as a tailor, but he worked various jobs, and then finally he decided, I want to start my own business. So in 1899,
wow,
he started City Mill, and people think, oh, that's a retail home improvement store. Well, City Mill was actually started as a rice mill and lumber importers.
Was in the same location on Nimitz? Is that the original one?
No, actually, if you go down, it's like a shocking thing. We just found out where the original one. If you go down Nimitz Highway, right before River Street, there's some construction there, and there's a white square building, and that's where the original City Mill. The city came to us and said, hey, we think we found the original City Mill, and that's going to be a stop on the rail, and they're going to use that as a historical building to store bikes. So that's going to be refurbished. And
how many generations, City Mill?
Three generations over the 121 years. And so we have my sister and I are the third generation, and we have my nephew, Evan, who's coming into the business. He's in his 30s. And then there's 3 grandchildren who are like between 6 months and 2.5 years old.
Nice.
So,
and you guys sell everything there, from plants, nails, paint, air conditioners, everything you need for a home, really.
Yes,
right?
Lumber, building materials, plumbing, hardware, and just all kinds of things. And
I can walk around there for an hour, and I'll leave with like 50 things, and all I needed was a nail.
Well, thank you, but it's better. You'll feel better once you get home and you have all this equipment, and you'll feel like you can take care on any project.
City Mill, it's a Hawaii thing. Thank you. Cartoon-wise, are you doing one right now? Because you mentioned one the last time I saw you.
No, I don't think so.
What was the last one you did?
No, I've been getting calls though, because, you know, there's been like Nickelodeon, you know, the Nickelodeon, Disney, a lot of those places are now shipping out
parts of what
like they will give you a whole setup, a microphone, because nobody has. I use my iPhone to audition.
We got to get you an iRig. Do you know what an iRig is?
No, I don't understand any of that.
$100. It's a thing, and it connects to your iPhone. The quality is amazing.
Here's the thing. This is what I find interesting. So we talked to Jacob Batalan a couple shows ago, right? And you asked him the question, do you have to audition, or people just offer you things now? And he was like, oh, I'm really fortunate. You know, people just whatever. She's been auditioning since day one. Hasn't
boy doesn't
stopped.
Audition.
Like, she gets offered things. You got offered
I get offered things, but
she
I also
still
audition.
She has no
I
problem.
do a lot of voiceover auditions.
She's like,
I did pass on something. Because
it was
like
Star Wars?
It was really bad.
No, just recently. No, it was just
She's got standards, is what I'm saying.
No, it was a video game.
When you can pass on something, you know you're good.
Well, I'm just lazy. Because the woman, the casting person, I don't like her. So
names. We want names. We want names. No.
And so, because I did something for her before, and she's just got this attitude.
But there was another thing too, where it was a role that was like super stereotypical, and it was like going to be one of those like Asian derogatory whatever, and she was just like, I'm not interested in playing that. Like I'm not hating on people
I have standards
that do that, because people got to do what they got to do. I'm just in a place in my life and my career where I don't want to do that anymore, and I'm not going to do it. And so she was just like, I'm good, and I admire her for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you notice the shows that you've done what do you say, 90s, pre-90s, and the shows that are now, like the up-to-date shows, is there a big difference? Is it still the same way that they were when you did the older shows?
Well, you know, there's things happen, like Norman Lear's shows, like were all really progressive.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of progressive stuff that was
All
happening.
in the Family,
Yeah.
the Jeffersons,
Yeah, they were
One
all
Day at a
stuff you can't
Time.
say nowadays.
And then there went through then they went backwards, and then everything was like, you know, if Bill Cosby, we got to do everything the way Bill
Right.
Cosby does it. So, you know, we sort of fell into this other
So do you
thing
think
where
it's gone back?
No,
to
I
the
think now
60s?
it's going forward again, because now we have streaming services, and so all these different platforms, people have more room to be
True.
creative and interesting.
And the competition is higher because you got to be
so
able to.
I feel as though we're having more of an opportunity to speak like it is, act like it is. I mean, you know, Aquafina's show on Comedy Central
Yeah,
is based
well.
on her life, and there's nobody saying you can't do that. I mean, if Margret's show, All American Girl, was happening now, I think it would have been a totally different show.
Totally different
Yeah,
show.
totally, for sure.
Yeah.
Who do you want to work with? Anybody? Is there anybody? I mean, you work with everybody, obviously.
I like everybody.
Yeah, but there's not one person. You must like. There must be somebody that you love watching in movies, or.
Well, you know, it would be nice to work with theater people that I really admire that have done films like Meryl Streep or, oh my God, Maggie Smith, before she totally quits doing it altogether. Because I just love I mean, as an actor, I just want to be with them, working with them.
Yeah, be in their ambiance.
Mostly women. Yeah.
What is the movie I want you to do that I keep like putting it out there? It's one of the Asian, like crazy rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians. They're doing the part 2, right?
Part 2.
Have they asked you? Called you?
Well, the first
I'm
one I was
putting it out
doing
into
another
the
show.
universe.
She's very good at putting stuff out.
Yeah.
You have to manifest it.
Yeah.
She's the one who manifested. She manifested Magnum. I didn't even know it was happening.
How come you don't manifest anything for me?
I was just lonely, and I had moved here, and I was like, I need my peeps from Silver
Yeah.
Lake. And so I called her, and I was like, I think you should go for Magnum because they're going to be here. And then she literally got a call like 2 days later. So.
Yeah.
Starring.
I'm not a genie. I
My
can't just
agent
make
calls
things
and
happen.
says, Peter wants to have a meeting with you. And I went, huh? I mean, I wasn't even sure who Peter Lakoff was because I'm not that. I am so not very
She
Hollywood.
doesn't
I spend a lot
know
of time
Making
watching
Mask.
Beverly Hills Housewives.
What was the other show on HBO?
Oh, wow.
You did the show on HBO with the tall blonde girl.
Laura Dern.
Laura Dern. She comes, I'm going to go to this
We were
interview.
doing a walk around the reservoir in Silver Lake.
And I was like giving
and
her
I
the
said,
breakdown.
I got this audition. And she's like going, well, you should talk about your kids because she has kids. And I'm like, okay.
I'm like her cheat sheet.
Yeah, obviously.
So I go
I'm
into the
her cliff
audition.
story.
notes. I'm her cliff notes.
I go into the audition. I'm like, so, you know, I was busy with my daughter. And so we started talking about kids. And so we connected.
Yeah.
We had a connection.
Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
I'm her secret weapon, really.
How come you don't get her to do something? You guys don't do something together.
Well, she has been offered auditions, I know, at least, on Magnum, but she was not interested.
What?
I'm
You
not
didn't
an
even show
actor.
up?
No, it's not
No,
about not
she just
showing up.
passed on
I
it.
passed on the actual audition. Because I
She didn't even get that far.
What a queen.
I like read
I
it
show
and
up
I'm
to
like,
everything.
She
don't-
said something
I
about.
was like, it's not for
she'd
me.
have to
But you're acting as somebody else. What do you mean it's not for you?
Because it just wasn't me. I'm not that good of an actor.
What was it?
I don't know. It was
Like,
like
you have to cry or something?
Yeah, it was like an abusive, like.
Are you afraid to audition
No,
for
because
it?
I'm the abuser.
But
I don't know how to do the
Are
abusee.
are you afraid to go that deep?
No, like if they call tomorrow and be like, hey, we're casting for this part where a girl ran in a pageant and wanted to be like, I'm there. Do you want me to bring my crowd?
That's what I mean. You
I'm there.
want to be safe. You're afraid to venture out.
It's not that I'm not safe. I can't. I admire people
You got the
who do
best
that.
acting coach sitting next
and
to
I
you.
admire what they do for a craft. I'm saying not everybody can do it. Is what I'm saying.
You can do it.
It's
She can
like
do
a
it.
thing. It's like a thing.
She could,
She's a
but she
drama
doesn't.
queen.
I know. But she
Drama
has a lot to
queen.
draw on. That's for sure.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, she knows
Life
me
has
well.
not been that easy for her.
Yeah,
She's
she
been
knows me
around
well.
for a while, and her
She's been around
Yeah,
for
and it
a
goes
while.
deep.
Deep.
yeah.
I know some of the deepness.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, I think you guys should do. She should be doing something if you can help her.
I am
She
doing
pitches
something.
stuff all the time to me. She's like, you know what? I think you should do. And I'm like, well, you should.
You
And
should
she's
do it.
like,
I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. You do it.
And I'm like, I'm
you
not doing all the
do
work. Your idea.
How are we on time, by the way? We good on time? Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. We're good on time.
All right.
What does
Yeah.
that mean?
We're just about ending now.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that was subtle
Subtle.
of you.
Yeah. Well, it's a podcast, so
Okay.
we can do.
It's a podcast.
Is there any
Do-
questions
do you-
that he failed to ask
Do you have any questions for us, Amy?
No, I like to let things unfold.
You like to let
Is
one
there
go?
friends.
any
Yeah.
questions
We're
that
friends.
he didn't ask you that you would have
no,
liked?
No,
to
there was a
have?
lot of shows we didn't talk about that she did.
You can't talk about
I
them
know.
all.
You got to come back again.
She forgets she's on things
I noticed
That's
she
true.
forgot a couple things today.
until I see her in them, and then I call her. I'm like, "Did you do Blackish?" She's like, "Yeah, I think I did."
That's right, Blackish.
That was great. I love Jennifer
What a
Lewis.
show.
Well, I was Jennifer Lewis's nemesis.
Arch nemesis.
So it was great.
I got to go look for that
But
episode.
I
What
knew
season?
I'd
Battling.
worked with Jennifer before on Boston Legal. And she was
Another
like
good
totally,
show.
Yeah, she ignored me totally.
On Boston Legal or on Blackish?
No, Boston Legal.
Oh,
Do you still get residuals from Boston
she
Legal?
gets
Yeah, I
residuals
do.
from everything, bro.
But anyway,
That's the
Yeah,
beauty
you do.
of
I'm
the
sure.
business.
She said, "Yeah, I do. I'm sure."
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
the beauty
But
of the biz.
When I saw her, we were going to be having a scene together because on Boston Legal we weren't. She was the judge and I was like somebody who was giving testimony. But I thought, I do love her. So I said, I'm such a huge fan, and that was the trick, man.
Yeah.
You tell somebody you're their fan,
Flip them.
flip them.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So then we were best buds.
Besties.
Well, I'm a huge fan of yours, by the way. But you already know that. I've already said that to you.
But I did. I mean, it wasn't like I was lying. She
Yeah.
was.
No, she's amazing.
She's amazing.
No, I asked about the residual because I got a residual the other 2 weeks ago for Baywatch. I did some stuff on
Baywatch?
Bay- Yeah, it was $1.30.
Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have done
$1.30.
so much. That's the good thing.
No, yeah,
is
a lot of
that
$1.30s.
Yeah. Well, now on SAG you can have it go straight to SAG, the foundation.
You can
Oh,
donate
really?
it
Yeah. So I
to the
made
actor's home.
to a certain cap.
I haven't
I
worked
say
in-
all that goes donated.
I haven't worked in 2 months. I'm taking all the $1.30s I
I
can.
cash my $4 nanny checks all the time.
Amy, thank you for coming by today. We have a gift for you.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Yes.
this is my job.
All our guests get a nice
I'm like
enjoy.
Vanna Brown.
Oh my God.
Enjoy package with everything all
Gummy
your
bears
favorite
with
snacks.
lemon peel.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Taro chips.
Red ISO peanuts.
Yeah.
Or do you say ISO?
It's
Whatever
Iso.
you want.
You're Japanese.
You're Japanese. You say however you want it.
I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never even heard of that.
But thank you
I'm
for
Japanese.
congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Magnum PI.
Thanks
Congratulations
for being on the
that.
podcast.
Yes, thanks for being
Who
on
are
the
you clapping
podcast.
for?
You have such an amazing career and you're such an amazing person. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
It's a Hawaii thing. Whoa, it's a Hawaii thing.